Welcome to Life, Death, and the Law, presented by the law firm of Deason, Garner, and Hansen, hosted by attorneys Shawn Garner and Adam Hansen.
I get concerned about the reason why this topic really hit me is because I think of I have two older sons, one's 17, one is 15, and I worry about them going into the workforce and thinking that when I talk to them, a lot of times I get the impression that they like my older son, he says, well, I want to be an entrepreneur, and I'm not quite sure what that means. I don't know if I get the impression that he's going to have all these little side hustles, but no main thing.
Yeah.
And what I want him to understand, or if I could talk to him, I can talk to him anytime, I guess. I guess I ought to as a father.
If you could get him to listen.
If I can get him to listen, I would say, put your nose to the grindstone, work hard. You're not going to find something overnight. These entrepreneurial things that will come because of your main hustle. So focus on that main hustle. That will allow you to explore other side hustles. But really, you got to focus on something. Get a degree, go out into the workforce, and do something really, really well and be the best at that. And then that will open up all these other exploratory side hustles, if you will. But I think we as Americans, innately what makes us American is the attitude that we have within us this power to do whatever we want and be the best if we really apply ourselves. And that's uniquely American. And in this same interview, the same guy that was giving that interview, he's English, Shawn. Yeah. What's his name?
Chris Williamson.
There's another video that he's talking with one of his UK buddies, and they're talking about the differences between Americans and Brits, yeah. And they mentioned this, is that Americans are just optimistic. Like we're naturally optimistic, most of us, in general. And that's a generalization, but most of us are very optimistic. And they contrasted that with them in the UK, saying like, if you go to dinner, they gave this example. In the United States, when they come to the United States and they hang out with their American buddies, they go to the bar or whatever, everybody introduces them and they say all these nice things about them. And they really like set the floor, roll out the red carpet, like this is so-and-so and he does this and that, And they're like, if you come to the UK and you go to the bar with us, you bring your American buddy, like you're gonna stand out because of your accent, number one, and we think it's a cool accent. But at the same time, they're going to say everything you've ever done wrong, like the worst things you've ever done. Like that's how they started out. Uh-huh. So it's just a different mindset. And I think that's a testament to the American dream, or our Constitution really has built that in, that optimism that our founders had to create this experimental nation.
Pursuit of happiness.
That's right. And it really comes from freedom. So I'm worried about our freedoms being limited by government. And that's really what I like to talk about when we talk about this hobby of ours, our podcast, is the government overreaching so much so that we say that we're a free nation, but in reality, I don't know how free we are when you can't, own this, that, or the other, or you have to get licenses to do this, that, or like to fly an airplane. Give me a break.
If you have questions or want to know more about something that was discussed today, please call the law firm of Deason, Garner, and Hansen at 928-783-4575 or visit yumaestateplanning.com.